I had a chance to sit down and play Corrupted Dawn of Havoc for a few hours thanks to receiving a review key through Keymailer, and this was a challenging game mixing elements of a deck builder, auto battler, and roguelike. The basics of how it works is every few seconds a new card is drawn and placed into my hand. As this happens, all the units on the field march forwards, blasting away at their opposing side in classic auto battler fashion. While this is going on, my stamina is slowly recharging, allowing me to expend the cost of the cards in my hand to apply extra effects and make more powerful attacks during the fight. This also isn't the kind of auto battler that you can just sit and watch. If you aren't actively engaging with what's going on, you will lose every time. What cards you play and when you play them are the most important parts of its combat. Aside from the cards, each character also has its own distinct auto attack as well as ability they can use when their SP fills up. Some of these abilities heal other allies, others deal a fair bit of damage to enemies, and others apply effects to themselves. Each character seems to be completely different. Along with that, the characters I bring with me decide what cards I have in my deck. When starting a run, 3 characters are chosen and each character comes with 3 of their own cards as well as 2 bandage cards for 11 cards in total. As I progress, I can add more cards into my deck, but it can only ever be from units that I have on my squad. Part of the challenge to this game is figuring out what cards and characters I like, as well as which ones go well together. So far, I bring Relieve with me almost every chance I can get because her healing abilities are what have kept me pushing through some of the most challenging fights that I've been in. Out of this entire game, there are 2 mechanics that I was surprised to see. The first one was borrowed from auto battlers, and the second was borrowed from roguelikes. The mechanic brought in from roguelikes is an experience tree. Completing challenges nets you points that you can spend to increase the stats of your squad. So even when you lose a round, you can still earn stuff from them. And then the mechanic brought in from auto battlers, and I hope we can see more games outside of auto battlers that incorporate this, is the equipable items that combine together to make even more powerful ones. So far, there doesn't seem to be too many different ones that you can find in this game, so I hope that more are added as time goes on. Or maybe I just got unlucky and only ever found the same ones every round, but I've always really enjoyed the aspects of equipping and combining different items within auto battlers. All in all, I'm excited to see how this game continues to progress and what other changes and improvements it will pick up as development continues, because realistically, it's already a pretty solid experience. What keeps me coming back is that it's introduced an ongoing narrative that continues as I complete and finish more runs. It's not super in-depth, but it's interesting enough that it motivates me to keep playing more.